What do you make of what happened yesterday with the bullion van attack at Jamestown?
Thank you very much. Let me take this opportunity to say good morning to our cherished listeners, and then to also share my condolences with the Bree family. It is a tragic incident, so sad. In fact, it demoralizes so much of men and women in uniform, and I think that it is something that we should take as something serious to use in analysis. What happened at Jamestown, in fact, was just the tip of the iceberg. Tip of the iceberg in the sense that it is not surprising, it is expected, it has happened many times. We have this knee-jerk reaction to many of these things. After a week or two, we parade in front of the families and do all the things that we can do, and at the end of the day, systemically nothing changes. And it will reoccur and reoccur. You know, normally in the field of innovation, we say, if something occurs and repeats itself more than 3 times, and you are not finding a solution, and you allow it to continue to occur, then don't complain, because it's bound to occur again. The criminals are taking advantage of this new situation, and they are just enjoying themselves. Where are we going to get them arrested? We will issue all the press statements and make all the noises, excuse me to say. But at the end of the day, what the people of Ghana are looking for, where is the results? Have you been able to arrest the culprit? Are they behind bars? Is it that we are reducing these kind of people in society? Is it possible? That is the job of the police, to protect life and property and ensure that a conducive security environment is provided for Ghanaians to go about their normal duties. It is a sad event that a young boy who just joined police not quite long, Emmanuel Ose, will die like that, sitting in a van that is not supposed to be a bullion van. Yet he's pushed in there because he's wearing a uniform and he has to take orders. He says, join this vehicle and go on duty, and you have to join the vehicle. You are just a constable. We are exposing our men and women in uniform to greater harm.
So what you use the word systemically. What is the cause of this? Is it something that's wrong with the way the banks handle money? Is it just a growing spate of crime? What are the key reasons why this happened?
I blame the system, because this is supposed to be a collaboration between the Bank of Ghana and the Ghana Police Service. All these other people that they have subletted contracts to, this money carrier, these transition people, it's just part of the Bank of Ghana's responsibility. I saw that the Bank of Ghana issued a directive somewhere in December 2020, and he's given a moratorium up to July 2023. And I've seen the IGP saying that I am giving you up to June 2021. The discrepancy alone tells you that the police are not working in concert with the Bank of Ghana. There is total breakdown of collaboration. And people in the middle are taking advantage. The criminals are taking advantage. We are not supposed to use any vehicle apart from what the law describes as a bullion van. It's a fortified vehicle that you can sit in there, and even if armed robbers should attack you and shoot, with a B6 or B4 international accepted standard of bulletproof vehicle, you will still be safe. This is what is required to be used to carry money. We have said that, somebody will say, with God all things are possible. Don't worry, nothing will happen. Nothing will happen. One policeman is shot dead. Nothing will happen. Another one is shot dead. Nothing will happen. The third one is shot dead. And we are still saying that nothing will happen. I think that we should rise as a country and say the law must be enforced. What is sad is the fact that the police, who are supposed to be enforcing laws for all of us to enjoy the peace and security of this country, they cannot enforce a law that will provide them themselves security. That is the irony. Because this particular law, if it is properly enforced, it provides security for the police officer themselves. Why would you think about protecting the police officer when the system itself ought to protect you? So if the system is not protecting you and you will not cry foul and you will not work on it, you will be dying this kind of preventable death.
So the IGPs claim that by June 2021, if this is not done, they will not provide any more security or escort. Should this be taken seriously? Is this something that you believe can be implemented within the period?
Please take that statement with a pinch of salt. The IGP cannot be serious. Bank of Ghana is responsible for this, and Bank of Ghana thinks that it is not possible for you to phase out these things within a year or two. And the IGP comes still within a month, you should get it done. The IGP should just tell us that, listen, from next month, I am not going to provide men and women for specific duties, period. The reason is that This has happened over years. We've spoken about it over years. The banks are not taking it serious, so I'm withdrawing all my men. That could have been an acceptable statement. But the IGP saying that they should phase out these makeshift vehicles that we now call bullion vans by the end of June is a statement that he cannot stand for. It's a statement that will expose him, because December 2021 will come and this issue will still be pending, not bullion vans phased out. So it is not a statement to make at all. So don't take that statement seriously.
What about motorbikes? I remember last week the Greater Accra Regional Minister said they were going to enforce the motorbikes. I think they feel a lot of these criminals are using motorbikes. Is that one angle of a solution we should explore?
You see, these are some of the issues. When politicians begin to do police work, regional minister?
Yes, they were talking about motorbikes in Accra, the Greater Accra Regional Minister.
You see, this is a crime-related thing, and the police must sit down to analyze. I remember some time past, we did some serious analysis and realized that, listen, let's begin to think about motorbike patrol, and we introduced what we call rovers. Rovers are police officers with robust motorbikes. They've been trained to ride and fire at the same time at top speed, and they are fully armed, they are fully dressed, well protected themselves, are even in motion. And if you go and look at the training ground, it's a fantastic scene to watch. I don't know what has happened, and all of a sudden, we don't see the motorbikes in town again. We don't see even that unit developing. We also agree that policing can only be effective with intelligence. And we created what we call the Police Intelligence Directorate, basically dealing with police-related intelligence. What has happened to that directorate? You see, my brother, the truth of the matter, from my experience, what is happening to this country had to do with the fact that we have a lot of square pegs with favorable political colors in round holes. Let me repeat that. A lot of square pegs with favorable political colors in round holes. And if you do this in the area of security, listen, the outcome will just expose you. That is why we are all suffering this kind of violence that we see. Because the police have lost grips. They can issue all the statements and look flowery and look as if they are in charge. Well, if you are in charge, we are happy to hear that. But tomorrow another thing happens. And what do you come to say? Another statement? We are tired of statements.
Well, fair enough. But I wanted to just point out that the regional minister is the head of RECSEG as well. So if he makes a comment about motorbikes, it should be in order. And to the extent that a lot of these criminals use motorbikes, obviously the conversation about fighting crime in Accra at least should include the motorbike conversation, should it not?
My brother, when you talk about the fact that the regional minister is the chairman of RECSEG, the regional minister is a political person, and RECSEG is made up of professionals. When it comes to matters of crime, RECSEG will agree and let the policeman on RECSEG be the one to make that statement. Don't politicize it by making the politician to speak about it. That is all I'm saying. It is not wrong for him to speak, but it would have been better for the police on RECSEG to be the ones making those statements. And when you ask them detailed questions about strategy, they will be able to answer. The regional minister made a political statement, but the police could even add more color. Look at what happened in February 2018, that the vice president, after we lost one of our officers in Dom Kwabenya Atomic Police Station, they shot and killed then Chief Inspector Emmanuel Shelevi. The vice president made an emphatic statement. My brother, this is the chairman of the police council, the vice chairman of the National Security Council. He says that this was uncalled for and it must stop, and immediately government was going to install CCTV cameras in all police stations. I am talking about February 2018, up to date. Go check the next police station around you to see whether they have CCTV cameras. And this is the man, the second gentleman of the land. So if we take police for granted like this is how we are going to be dying recklessly. And it will demoralize the police officers and gradually wake up one day and see that the moment you go to office and you close from work, you remove your uniform, put it in a polythene bag, and find a T-shirt to wear and go home. Because it will be embarrassing to be in the uniform. Let's pray not to get there.
All right. Finally, you are in Parliament. You are a member of the Defense and Interior Committee. Your minority leader said yesterday that there was a growing spirit of insecurity in the country, and he blames the president. From a parliamentary perspective, what can you do to deal with this growing spirit of insecurity if the comment your leader made is to be believed?
Thank you so much. My leader hit it right on the head. I belong to the Defense and Interior Committee, fortunately. And this morning, as I sit, I'm waiting for my ranking member. I think that we are going to put our heads together and play our oversight role effectively. We must have that oversight that says that what is going wrong within the security circles, we should have a word. We should have a say. and we should be able to push them towards a direction that will bring peace and security to this country. That is the job of the Parliamentary Select Committee on Defence and Interior, and I'm sure that we will do the best that we can.
Thank you, Honorable Peter Tobu. We appreciate your time.